Get free music on Mdundo. Get free music on mdundo.com.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Rave Connect. I want you to take a moment to share the link to someone. Today, we are about to go into some webinar where we are going to discuss data and how to use data to make decisions. Today is also World Youth Skills Day, so it's a good day to share with someone, invite someone to come and get a skill, invite someone to come and learn something on how they can use data to make meaningful decisions. So I want you to take a moment to share the link to someone, share the link to others, and we'll be starting in 4 minutes. Enjoy the music.
Get free music on mdundo.com.
All right, good evening once again, and you're welcome to Rave Connect. Today is World Youth Skills Day, so I wish you a happy World Youth Skills Day, and I'm excited to have you here today. I hope that at the end of the day, you get to learn something valuable to add to your skills that you already have. Today, we're going to be talking on data and from data to decisions, where we talk about how you can move data, that is raw information that you have gathered, to make meaningful decisions out of them. And today, for the first time, we have our very first female guest on Rave Connect. Her name is Mailiana. She's popularly called Miss Mailiana, and she's a data and AI and digital transformation educator. She's a speaker, and then she helps people learn digital skills. I mean, she does education on digital skills. She has trained over 400 people. She has worked in over 15 countries, and she has delivered over 16 plus workshops. She has supported over 10 organizations and she's known for turning complex data and AI concepts into practical, actionable insights. I met her as one of the workshops that she organized with a friend, and I must say it was a very insightful one. I know that at the end of today's session, you'd have a very good understanding of how to turn data into decisions, and you'll be able to make a lot of good use of data and using AI and other tools that Miss Maliana is going to introduce to us. Miss Maliana, you are welcome.
Thank you for having me, Jay. It's so nice to be here. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Invite a friend to join us. Well, all right. It's amazing to be here. All right. Do I take the floor? Do I just
Yes,
go straight
please.
into
Please,
it?
please go straight
All
into
right.
it.
Okay. So, can my slides be seen or something? All right. Okay.
Not yet. Let me do that. I'm adding it to the
Okay.
stage. Okay.
Okay. All right, so while that is going on, hi everyone. I'm Francisca Miliana Zonki. Most people know me as Miss Miliana. That's the name. I am a transformation educator. I call myself the best tech tutor. All I do is to help individuals understand their tech skills, their potentials, and be better at it as well. So for today, we are going to go on a journey on how data helps in making right decisions. We are going to go into change how data changed my life and it can change your life too, how you can use data to actually build your career and grow it, and how data is used as organizations use it to better their growth as well. In fact, everyone on earth as of now is craving and looking forward to grow. So the best way to do that is to be able to understand data, understand the records you are keeping, and be able to use to make decisions. So that's what we are talking about today. Invite a friend to join us as well. All right, so let's get into it. All right. The very first thing I'm going to say is that every great decision begins with data. What I mean by that is data is just record keeping, the raw facts and figures you keep, right? The stories you hear, the gist you hear, all that information like is data, right? So do not overthink it. Do not think that data is something in tech that you have to learn, sit down for 6 months, sit down for 4 years to learn. Those ones are there. But when you understand it from the ground point that data is the record you keep, it makes it easier. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the information you collect, and the decisions you make from it makes it more amazing. So that's actually data. Understand it in that format, and it's going to be great for you to go into it. Like you wouldn't have to think so much about what's going on and all that. The reality we see is that you have to know about your Excel database dashboard chart. You see, there was a time on in quotes TikTok whereby when everybody's like, I'm learning data, they'll be showing you nice, beautiful dashboards. So if your dashboard is not beautiful, you're not doing anything right. That's actually not so true. You can be good at designing. Not everybody is good at designing as well. So that is actually a myth. The reality of data in general is that it's just simple records. You keeping records and being able to tell people that, oh, this is what it's the record is saying, this is what we can do better. That is it. So actually everyone generates data, right? We being here, the number of people joining us now, it's actually data. Your name is a data. Your school ID is a data. We are generating data almost every time. But you as an individual, are you using it? That's a very big question you have to ask yourself. The information you are gathering each and every day, the information you are giving out each and every day, does it benefit you? If it does, then that means that you are taking decisions with data that's going to help you grow as well. So do not overthink it. The reality is that data is simple records. In everyday life, we are collecting information, working ourselves. When we run, oh, like we've run for 1 kilometer, all those information are data. Do not overthink it. At this point, I hope I have not confused you. I have not confused you. Sorry. So now let's get into something amazing, which is actually great. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself. Um, I got into data. Let me say, started my career 3 years ago, and what I started with was content creation on YouTube. Fun fact: the videos are still there on Miss Mailiana's channel, but when I was doing that, I was just trying to find out what is actually going on or what goes on after uni, right? When you're done with uni, you're going for your national service here in Ghana. And it's like the national service allowance doesn't do anything to you. Like by the time your allowance is hitting your account, you're in debt, right? So I started asking my people from WhatsApp groups, my contacts on WhatsApp that okay, how was their experience? Because amazingly, I had friends who had gone through that. How was their experience? And I was amazed. They were like, "Oh, it's normal. You go into debt when the allowance come, you pay your debt, you go back into it. So it's kind of like a cycle." Doing that content, talking about it, was actually me collecting data to realize that if I really want to make it in life, I can't follow all that is I can't follow this trend, right? I can't be part of the statistics that oh, it's normal. So that was I would say that was one of my life-changing moments of collecting real records about my life, the life I'm entering. I'm done with school. What's going on, right? Doing that was like it was a full research I did, and I really spoke about it. It was heartbreaking to know that you go into debt for like let me just give a little bit of figures. You go into debt for like about 1,000 Ghana cedis. That's about $100 there. And then you are being paid about $75 at the end of the month as allowance. It doesn't tally. So my mind couldn't phantom that. So I was like, we have to find a way to break the cycle. So that was the very first time I actually use, in practical terms, use data aside work stuff, right? In life, in your life, taking the data and realizing that this is not what it is, right? So the biggest value of data is actually discovering patterns. And that's what I did. Asking about 20 people, oh, how was your experience after university during your national service? And they all kept saying, oh, I used to go into debt, I pay my debt, and I'm back into it. That's a pattern, right? So that's actually data. That's a pattern. I was like, no, it can't be me. It really can't be me. If I continue living like everyone else, I mean, I will spend most of my life in debt without reaching my full potential. Because me, I believe I have a lot to give, right? So if I am just going into debt, when would I get money to do what I want to do, to travel around, to make new friends? How will I do that? I just knew that there has to be something. Something has to change, right? So that's the real practical part of you understanding what data can do for you. And I moved on to choosing my path, right? I studied statistics in the University of Ghana, so I was not new to numbers. I was not new to collecting data. I was not new to knowing how to research. I was not new to that. But where do I want to be in? Looking at online right now, there's a lot of goodies happening online, and you may think it's just noise. For example, there was a time a year ago, everybody was like data analytics. When you go, like, you keep hearing it. Somehow maybe we have that, not everyone, but most people have that feeling that me, I don't want to follow the crowd. Please follow the crowd sometimes so that you just find out what they are learning there. You may never know. Right now, we have AI buzzing. Just learn. And then when you're following the crowd, sometimes the crowd they'll give up. But you, what makes you different is that you keep pushing to the end and you see that it's actually beautiful there. So with my background in statistics, I knew I'm going to go into data. But which part of data am I going into? I chose the very first one I chose was data science, but it wasn't feasible enough. So what else? We go back to the drawing board and realize that we could do data analytics. And then now when you are doing data analytics, will you want to be under what's the name? You don't want to be a light under a table. So how do you position yourself so that you get the right opportunities? Okay, let me take digital marketing, okay? That will make me be able to position myself well so that I can get the right people looking at me and I get the right opportunities. Fun fact, I've not really used my CV for job application. I've applied for jobs, but I have not all the jobs I do, all the money I'm getting. It was they reached out to me because of the work they see me do. I spent time. The time was from maybe uh, seriously from December 2023 to 2025, just building awareness. Everybody has to know Miss Miliana for the data work she does, for the teaching she does. That was my goal. That you have to know who I am, right? And that's one particular stage of digital marketing. In fact, marketing in general, you have to let people know who you are. You have to let people know what you sell as well, right? And all this was because I was getting the data, right? You go online, and I think digital marketing is still buzzing. Like, oh, what is digital marketing and all those things, right? You hear it and you're like, oh, it's too like it's just like what's going on. But when you sit down and understand it, you can use it practically in your everyday life. So you can make money. So just learn how to actually what make money, right? So financial literacy. So these were the three things that I picked that okay, digital marketing is to position myself, financial literacy is to make the money, data analytics is to build a career. So you see me making that research, doing that YouTube content, collecting that information, made me make a decision on the career path I want to go. At that time, I was working at the bank. Working at the bank is sweet, and at the same time, it's difficult. It's sweet when the money is coming, but it's difficult when you have to put in the work. So which one would you choose? Would you choose to do the hard work that you are going to be comfortable with, or you choose to do the hard work that you are going to be uncomfortable with? And I was like, 9 to 5 is not mine. If I'm going to do 9 to 5, that means it's my own office. I am going and coming anytime. I chose my path. That is to say that you can actually use the data analytical thinking to build the career you want, to build a lifestyle you want. And that's what I did. And I'm seeing the results now. We all are seeing it. In fact, if I didn't get to do that, I'm not sure I'm going to meet Jay. I'm not sure I'm going to meet a lot of people. I'm not sure, like, they're my new friends. But I won't meet them. I'm not going to be having friends across Africa who are inviting me and all that. That's the beauty of you understanding how you could use data to make decisions for yourself. All right. So if you understand it from that point of view, it becomes easier for you to even use it in your career path as well, right? When you're in your workspace, I always say this to every learner and everybody I come across that do not think data analytics or I learn data analytics to become just a data analyst. Every person, if you want to work, learn data analytics for yourself. It's going to sharpen your thinking so that you can think analytically. It's going to help you know how to gather data so that you can even show that, oh, it's time for me to get a promotion. It's time for me to move on to the next. And you also know your value, right? So I want you to shift something in your mind right now as a professional, or if you are even working or you're yet to work and all that internship, volunteering, whatever it may be, when you go into any office, any room, any department, do not just go there and complete tasks. Do not just say, "Oh, they told me to do this, I'm done," and you are. Mm-mm. Understand the entire system that made them give you that role, right? So, for example, you're an intern. So from intern, it's like you are last on the pyramid of like the work, but then try to understand. So if you are trying to understand something, you ask questions, and when you're asking questions, you are painting a picture to the superior people. You're like, this person is really concerned about the job, right? And it's even easier for you to say, oh, I need a job opportunity now. Probably you are doing an internship at during your school days after school. It's easier for you to say, oh, I need internship. And they would actually be willing to take you because you really took time to understand the system. You just didn't do tax and leave it there. You see someone that maybe when you are doing intern, they'll tell you that, oh, all you need to do is maybe gather data in a notebook. When you are done, you are sitting there. What next do you have? You don't have anything to do. You won't go and ask questions. Oh, why are we doing this notebook? After this notebook, where does it go to? Understand the system. That's it does a lot to you. You get to understand how the business is run and also how business is run. You may never know. You start your own business. It will also help you to position yourself so that people remember you because you ask a lot of questions. And that will bring you to the next thing of communication, presenting hard evidence. If you are if you get to understand the system, you will be able to know that, oh, we have to do this, and this is because of this. And you now know what data to record, what record you will keep. So when they're asking you questions, you won't just be thinking, you'll be like, oh, I saw this happening the last time, so it will work if you do it this way. Your communication becomes different from any other person. They're not going to see you as just someone or just an intern, right? In fact, sometimes don't even call you an intern again. Don't even be giving you the. We have this notion that if you are doing internship, you are just being running errands. You'll be given a different class, right? Because you communicate better. Because when you're communicating, you're not thinking, you are using the resources available, you're using the company's values, you're using the company's words, right? Data to say that, oh, let's do it this way. You are presenting with hard evidence. That's what is on the slide here. And at that point, you actually become discoverable. You realize that you've gained a lot of a lot of value, a lot of skills, communication skills, analytical thinking skills. You would leave a place where you did your internship. I don't know why I keep saying internship. Probably someone is watching. Right? You will leave, and then at the end of the day, you realize that you just didn't go and do simple internship. You actually went to work and you've left with a lot. During your internship days, do not just go there and work, okay? Work to learn, right? That will be the beauty of things. All right. So that's the shift I want you to have. And then you building your career as well. I want you to take this from me. Do not just throw yourself to, oh, I am done with school. I'm now working. They've given me contracts. If I do well in my contracts, they'll give me um, permanent staff, and then that's it. You are good to go. Crave for more, right? Crave for more in the sense that if you know that you want to be in that industry, go and do your study. Okay, that I call it the emulation engine. Go and do your study, go and find out who are the top people in your industry. Okay, who are the top people in your industry? Observe them, extract data from them. Nowadays, social media has made it easy. Oh. You can actually go and find out what Dangote said on the podcast and use it. You can find out what Funke Akindele is doing and use it. You can find out what I don't know if the like we have amazing podcasts in Ghana. A lot of people, the great people are speaking there. You can actually go and do that, gather that information, and understand it to yourself, and try to see how you can actually get some principles to better yourself so that you grow and be very valuable to people. You hear some industries, people get poached. That's actually you are working in one company, they are paying like 10K. Another company will see you and say that, oh, we'll give you 20K. You think about it that, oh, you can make it 30K, I'll come, and they'll make it 30K. Why? How would you show that you are valuable for 30K for them to give you? You have to actually show something. And for you to show it in the real world, copy and paste is not really copying someone is not a sin. It's not a crime. Like how when you're in school copying someone it is. You actually could copy and emulate it and just make it your own and become something you work with. And there are lots of people out there for that. So please observe top people. So that's what you are gathering data from the top people who are at the top, right? You want to be rich, you want to be wealthy. Do not just say it. Go and study them, gather data, extra data from them, isolate some principles that will work for you. Not everyone will work for you, but some principles that will work for you. Execute it and share it so that someone will see that, oh, you're not just building, but you are building with integrity, you're building with principles. And when the opportunities come, they'll remember you. Trust me, they will remember you. All right, so this pyramid is talking about how you stop reporting activities and report evidence. There was a trend that you go explain tire no evidence, right? Do not go and be explaining so much without evidence. All right, always get evidence, right? Sometimes you have to just get the evidence. Do not be thinking too much, right? Use the data, use evidence to show that, oh, statistics said this. If someone here statistics said this, they are like, hey, you are pro, like it has a different vibe to it as well. So do not always say I believe so because, oh, the data said this, I read it somewhere. Like they'll be like, oh wow, you read a lot, right? So open your mind to actually giving people evidence, not to just say, oh, I did this and that's it. No, when you do that, it actually helps you to give better insights. And then there's more recommendations that come with it. So every department generates data. Your value increases when you shift from mere stating facts to guiding decisions. I always tell my learners this as well, that do not take a role and just be at the back end. Like, oh, they'll give you tax and you do it. Show them that, let's do it this way. Let your voice matter in the department wherever you find yourself. Do not think of the what's the name, the title, that you are an intern, you are a volunteer, oh, you are a national service personnel, oh, you are a junior staff. All those things, I don't think you write it in your CV. You just write maybe legal assistant. You don't really write internship in your CV. If you are a learner and you write internship in your CV, I'm like, why are you putting it there? No one needs to know that you were an intern. When you give value, you don't have to put it there. So the recommendations come when you actually give evidence, right? Everybody likes to you stand on your own two feet. When you give evidence, everybody likes to
Okay, I think there's a little bit of network. Oh, when it was getting so interesting, the network decided to frustrate us. I'm sure Miss Mailiana will be back on soon. But as we wait for her, please share the link. Try to share it and invite someone to join. Like I said earlier, today is World Youth Skills Day. So our session today is especially for the youth. Okay,
Oh, you
welcome back. Can you hear me?
thank you.
You went
Yes,
off
I
for
can. Can you hear me?
like you have already gone ahead of us. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry about that.
that's
All
okay.
right. Okay, so to wrap up on what I was saying earlier is that when you are actually presenting in any form of your work, as a student, as an individual, use evidence. Do not just be thinking. Use evidence. What is the data saying? What is the statistics saying as well? Do not run away from numbers. Do not say I'm not a number person. Do not say no. It will amaze you how the addition and subtraction is the best thing that's working in life. If you are good, you hear people say that as you grow, you lose friends. That's subtraction, and you make new friends. That's addition. I'll end it here, right? The measurement imperative, right? Every organization wants one thing. In fact, everyone wants one thing. That's growth. So whenever you find yourself in a room, in a department, wherever, even you yourself in your own room on your own bed, you want to grow the next day. You want to be better, right? So always do not just leave it like, okay, I'm just thinking. No, what are the actions you are going to make? Where are you starting from? And where are you today? If you know where you are, Where are you working towards? What are you working on right now? What is not working for you? Right. So, for example, I'm teaching data analytics. I'm teaching it this way. A lot of people are coming, but for some reason, they are not coming anymore. What do I do to make it better? Right? You are trying to apply to jobs. You are not getting better interviews. You are not getting any interviews. You have to go back and say, well, why am I not getting the interviews? Right? You don't have money in your account. You want to make money. Where am I? First and foremost, you have to think, do I even have the money? How am I eating? Right? You have to start from there. How am I eating? Am I eating too much? Because sometimes you're spending like 100 cedis a day, whilst you can actually spend 100 cedis for food a week. Because if you get your rice, you get your stew, you get your spaghetti within the 150 or 200 budget, you could save 300, but you are spending about 500 a week, right? Sometimes the money is really in your pocket, but you're not seeing it. If you are able to do that measurement, it's going to help you know where you are starting from, what is working for you, what's not working for you. Then you know where to grow into, where the opportunities are, and you go into that phase, right? For example, another example is when I was at the bank. I realized that if I'm at the bank, oh, for me to hit maybe 10K a month, that means I will have to be in the bank for like 5 years. That's a lot of time. If I look at it, I don't want that. That's too much. Like, I can't, right? So you choose where you are, and all that is because you measure where you are at and where you are going. Get to know what is going on. And this practice is very practical. When you are going to bed, as you lie down, think about where you are, where you are going. Are you there? Even do you even know where you are going in the first place? You may not know, but if you start asking yourself those questions, and these are all like data thinking, because when you are a data analyst, anytime you are given a project, you have to ask, okay, what do we want from this project? So that is actually the thinking pathing of an analyst as well, that comes into real world, and that helps you make better decisions. So this today, I'm just trying to make you know that data is in your backyard. Do not go and think that is not. Yeah. All right. So while leaders rely on data, I think at this point I've convinced you that do not play with data. Like, in fact, we data analysts, we are promoting a saying that AI is not going to change data. AI needs data, right? Why? Like, you can't you realize that when you are talking to any of your AI tools, sometimes they hallucinate, and you now have to come and guide it again. All that guiding you are doing is giving it data, because sometimes they don't know what they are doing, right? So always do not think that data is going anywhere. It gives you confidence in whatever you are doing. It helps with accountability, and it helps with better strategy. So data help leaders make better decisions. And if you see yourself growing to become a leader, you wouldn't have to shy away from data. You have to actually embrace it and know how to use it well, and have the analytical mind to know where to put everything, what data to gather, how to gather it, and you'll be better at it. So you impressing a leader, go with data. You becoming a leader, learn about data. That will help you a lot. So there's this decision framework that I actually have here. It's an infinity thing. So you should know that what I mean by that is, in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, data is still going to reign. I say this because the Bible has a lot of data, and we still use the Bible. My children will be using the Bible as well. Right. Like, if you tell me, oh, why are you so passionate about data? I'm like, have you seen the Bible? Do you know the number of people who have built their businesses with the Bible? That is the data I can give you. So data is going nowhere. It's an infinity thing. But all you need to do is actually what? Collect it, analyze it, find patterns, and keep repeating it. You can also collect it, organize this, find pattern, and keep repeating it. You find the patterns. After you find the patterns, what comes next? You generate insights, you make better decisions, you take action, you measure the results from the actions, and you start again. So it's a repeated something. You gather the data, you analyze it, you find the patterns, you generate insights, you make decisions with it, you take action, and you measure the results from the action, and you go again. You keep going again. So maybe in a year, you analyze your year, You see that it's going well, this is not going well. Okay, let's do this better, let's do that better. You do it again. Another year will come, you do it again. Let's bring it to a day. Today, this is what I did. Or I did well here, I didn't do well here. As a business, most of the time you have to get a lot of new clients. Okay, I got two new clients. What did I do to get these clients? I called them or I posted on socials. So if I post more, I'll get new people. You do that cycle, and that's actually using data to actually make decisions. So one thing I'll say is that if you are here and you want to be better, start collecting data, start recording yourself. And in fact, the beautiful thing is now we are in the Gen Z world, and everybody's like, create content. Remember, I said actually I started this whole journey by creating content, right? And someone may be thinking, fun fact, my YouTube channel has not reached 500 followers 3 years in. But someone will be thinking with, hey, yeah, I'm not getting the numbers. But I am sitting here saying, using my story to say that I have gotten what I needed from that content I created 3 years ago. So you have a lot of so much value to get when maybe you create content. I'm not promoting that, but you can do that. And that is what record keeping. You go back to your old video and be like, hey, I was small, see my face, see my face. All that is evidence. All that is evidence. So my 3 steps for you today is was start collecting data, start collecting better data by any means, right? I just mentioned about content, which I do. You can actually start writing about things, right? Some people do journaling. I also do journaling as well. You can, like, anything that is going to help you collect data. It's very important. It helps you pay attention. It helps you track your habits. It helps you make better, become more good at your performance, whether with work, whether whatever you're doing, or even in school, right? It helps you as well. Then two, turn information into insight. Do not just take the records and keep it there. I still go back to my journals I created in 2016, 2017, just to see where I am at now. Sometimes it's heartbreaking to see that you wrote that at age 23, you get married, and now you're 25 and you're like, I'm single. That's the beauty of them. Some of them, you see it and you laugh at yourself, but like, that's nature, right? So turn your
And the network strikes
voice.
again. Okay, okay, you're back.
Aha. Right. Ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me, right? Sometimes you just have to spend that time with yourself, right? So today I'm not just coming to say, oh, da, 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 da. I'm trying to let you know that if you start collecting data on yourself, record, start content, whatever you do, it's going to help you to become a better person. And now decide and act. Decide, oh, okay, well, by next 2 years, I really want to be traveling all around Ghana. So what do I need to do? I need to make sure I have money saved and all those things. And you will know that, yeah, you're going forward. Knowledge alone changes nothing. Knowledge alone, they say what knowledge is power. That's, I'll borrow Parkwesi Forson's words. That's nonsense. Knowledge is not power without action. Action changes everything. So decide, act, improve, and repeat. Decide, act, improve, and repeat. We are trying our best. If you know how sometimes we think that, oh, we are not doing so much, but we later get the feedback and we're like, oh, we are doing a lot, and we keep pushing. So you also have to push yourself. Your future is already leaving clues, right? So you have to pay attention. Your life, your career, your organization are producing data every day, every minute. The question is not whether data exists. The question is, will you use it to make better decisions? Every record tells a story, right? Every insight creates clarity, and every decision shapes the future. So if you want to shape your future today, start recording things about yourself in a day before going to bed. As you wake up, ask yourself, what did I do yesterday that was great? How did I feel yesterday? All those things are records and data you are collecting, and that is going to help you get clarity on the next thing to do. If you don't take action, you won't be able to find out what is going on, and that's going to help you make a better decision, right? In organization, in business, personal life. So I've given you personal life, I've given you your career, and all this match up or combines to help a company grow, right? So if you're able to do this, you're going to actually benefit so much from it. And that's what I have for you today. I hope I haven't confused you, but convince you to take record of yourself, take record of everything you are doing, and you're going to benefit so much from it. I am a testimony from that, and I want you to be one as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you
I'm
so
sorry for
much,
the
Nana.
hiccup as well.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That was a serious master class in just, I think, in 45 minutes. That was a good,
Oh wow.
that's a really good master. I mean, it was really amazing. I think that everybody here is going to leave with something. Right now, I would wish that if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments for Miss Miliana to respond to them. But whilst we're waiting for the questions, I want to know from you if you have any tools, especially for those who have businesses.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, I mean, they want to be able to gather their data into maybe one specific place to manage the data. If you have probably any tips or tools you want to give to them,
All
yeah.
right. So as a business, right? The very first, most of the time, the very first data I advise a business to take is their customer data, and do not be a business owner that is like the makola seller, right? Whereby they just go every day. The people will come and buy, and then they pay their money and go. Be a business that collects the data, right? Collect at least the staff name, staff email, sorry, customer email, customer name, customer number, so that you can check up on them, right? The best customers and the best clients are those who come back and refer you. And when they know that you care about them, they are going to come back. So for you to do that, the simple two is in general the Google workforce, like workspace, right? Whereby you can use the form, right? Google Forms to collect data. So you just say, oh, please fill this form for me. They'll put their first name or their last, like their full name there, their WhatsApp number, and their email, right? Collecting that data, it will move into the form. It's going to help you take it to Google Sheets, right? And the Google Sheets, you can download it into Microsoft Excel, but in the Google Sheets, so you can use it and you get to have a data. So if you do that for the whole year and or for a whole month, you get to realize that, oh, you have gotten maybe 200 new customers. The next month you call them to check up on them. Oh, how are they doing when they came to buy from you? How is the product like? You get feedback from them almost immediately. So that's going to help you know if you are doing well, and that's even going to let them say that, oh, I bought something from this person. They came and the person called me, so I want to get the same thing again, right? And that's going to help you actually grow. So you start with what Google Forms to just collect their data. So it's just like you create a form, you send it to them on the like, or when they buy, maybe, oh, please fill this form for me. They fill it for you. It goes into a Google Sheet, so you can see the back end, you see the number of people that you have. At the long run, in a whole year, you can sit down and say that, oh, I have sold to 1,000 people, I've sold to 500 people, I've sold to 600 people. And you'll be amazed about the number of people you are actually impacting. It's going to give you another experience that, oh, I actually am doing something. So you'll be like, oh, I'm not just running a business, I'm impacting so many people. And you can see their names, they are human beings. And then when you even call them and check up, that's actually making customer relationship better. And then that's also going to make you more money, right? As a business. Yeah, so that's Google Form, Google Sheet. If you want to maybe do visualization to see it better, you can actually use Locker, right? Now I think you can use Locker, you can use Power BI, you can even use Excel, and then Google Sheets as well to do your presentations for dashboards and all that as well. Yeah, I think that will be it, right?
Yeah, I think that is very much it covers everything. I think that it covers very much everything. um yeah, so I think that that covers very much everything. So I want to know if you have any questions for those of you joining us. if you have any questions that you want to ask our guest speaker after this powerful masterclass. Maybe you didn't get something, you probably have something on your mind that you were expecting her to cover, and maybe she didn't mention it. You may want to ask her a question. Please feel free to ask in the chat, in the comment section. Yeah. But then, Miss Meliana, I think that you have been very amazing this evening, afternoon, evening. You have, I
Thank,
mean, given us a very good master class. That was like a lot in a short time. It was really amazing. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. I think that the class was so good. There's a saying that when you finish a class and then there are no questions, then you know that the class was really perfect. And I do not see any questions. So I'm very certain that the class was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I took some notes. Um,
Okay.
and I'm really sure that everybody was able to, I mean, take some notes and will be able to apply this in their lives. Thank you once again for agreeing to be on this with us. I am happy that today's World Youth Skills Day, you are the first female we have had to come and speak. Yeah, and we just say all the best in all that you do and keep doing the amazing things that you're doing. And we hope to have you again. Oh, Celestina said I enjoyed it too. So you must know that it was a really great session. We hope to have you again. Maybe you come and take us through some of the systems that you use, or
Definitely. Yeah.
yes, we'll be excited to have you again. But thank you once again for agreeing to be on this, and thank you for the insights you have shared with us. If you have any last words, you can let us know. Otherwise,
Okay, my last words would be that data is king. Data is that life, do not live your life by chance. Take your life personal. Be personal about it and
mhm.
build your life. Whatever you what's to be done and what is supposed to be done right in front of you. And all the cliches you hear, like do this, do that on online, if you practice it, you're going to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and you'll be good at it. So do not be shy, do not be afraid. Just put everything aside and be personal. Take your life personal, and you would be great at what you do. I look forward to seeing how great you will become. And whenever that is, just mention Miss Miliana. I'll be happy to celebrate you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Talking about that, you can reach Miss Meliana everywhere as Miss Meliana on her TikTok, Instagram,
Yes.
on her LinkedIn. She's a very, very popular person. You don't know. When you search, you know that she's really popular. Thank you so much. And for those of you who registered for the event, you are the ones that we have your details, so we'll be able to share the stuff that she shared with us with you. But if you do not, please, you can feel free to use the link. I this chat is this comment is in the chat. Just feel free to use the link so that we can get your details and share with you. This video will also be on our YouTube for any time that you, I mean, you want to play it again, you want to watch it again, go over and listen to what she said. Please feel free to do that. Till we meet again next month. This time I mean next month. Um, it's bye for today. And thank you so much,
Bye.
Anna. Bye, guys.
Bye.